One of our colleagues who used to work here at CBS 8 is now a reporter at one of our sister stations in Maine.
Kelly Hessedal is here sharing his perspective on what's happening in Maine today. Kelly?
Yeah, that's right. Jack Mulmud worked with us for more than a year. He's from California and he's been in Maine now for almost 2 years. He says the tension in the air has only intensified as the day has gone on. People are worried. People are anxious. He's been covering this story since it broke. And today he spoke to me, that is, from a dirt lot yards away from the bar and grill the gunman targeted. So the lockdown remains in place in Lewiston. The town of about 40,000 or so has been on lockdown now for about 24 hours. In fact, one of those signs going into town that normally warns people about construction or detours, instead it says shelter in place. So Jack says it's eerily quiet there right now. In general, he says Maine is a peaceful place, a place where people go to vacation. Big news for the week there is a domestic violence call. There just isn't a lot of crime that happens there. He says this is not a place where people are used to violence.
Imagine this happening in your own neighborhood in California. Imagine this happening in North Park or Kearny Mesa or Chula Vista. Or take some of the smaller communities like Imperial Beach or La Mesa, and imagining that happening there. Later this afternoon, we're going to come up on 24 hours of a lockdown order for people here. And Maine is one of the oldest states in the country. It has one of the oldest populations. I think the mean age is like a decade older than most of the nation. And so having this small community, grandparents, veterans that are here just scared of what's going on, you can definitely tell the tenseness that's happening. What happened here will impact people in Maine forever, probably. This will change things forever here.
And when I spoke to Jack this afternoon, it was after victims' names had started to be released. A council member he interviewed just found out that his son, who was managing the bar last night, is among the dead. So a lot of pain, a lot of anger, frustration, and fear as the gunman remains at large. Jesse and Marcella.
Yeah, Kelly, especially as Jack was putting it, you can imagine as reporters a lot of the time when we're out there in the field, we can pick those things up just like anybody else would, so it's definitely some tough observations there.
Yeah, anything else from being at the scene for hours that he's gleaned?
He noticed, for one thing, he says information there doesn't come in as quickly as it does that we're used to, like here in San Diego. So he says information from law enforcement, just getting that has been a little frustrating. Also, he says that the neighbors pointed out all of the vacant cars that are sitting in the parking lot of the bar and grill. And he says everybody's just noticing, this sort of eerie feeling, seeing them there, knowing that those belong to the victims.